Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes. Pieces is a form of art. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway, and in the driveway is a
Boom, 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 boom. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. It's double trouble time. All right, twice the fun, twice the entertainment, and we're bringing it today. We're bringing it. Okay, I've got a bat and we're swinging it. All right, so we've got a great guest today. All right, a great guest. Nicole is our guest, and I'm so excited because she has got a great story of the last 20 years, what she's been doing as an entrepreneur and online business person. So I'm going to bring her on. But before I do, I'm going to bring on my co-host. All right, my brother, my womb brother, my twin, double trouble brother 2. Here we go. Co-host time. Co-host. What is up? What is up? Boom! Double trouble time. All right, here we are, guys. I got my twin bro here. Okay, I'm the pilot. He's the co-pilot, or I'm the co-pilot, and he's the pilot. I don't know who's flying the ship. All right. So here we go. All right, we've got a great guest today, Jeff. Nicole. And we've just spent just a little time, behind the scenes talking to her, and she's been in or around online business and been an entrepreneur for the last 20 years. How cool is that?
It's extraordinary. I mean, I can only imagine the things that we're going to learn from her during this live broadcast. I mean, 20 years, and not to mention that she's from the Pikes Peak, Colorado area, and we were originally born in Denver, and you used to live in Denver some time ago. I've traveled through that area,
beautiful.
from El Paso into
Yeah.
Utah. Beautiful area. And as a matter of fact, it's the El Paso County area, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So man, this is gonna be cool. She's not too far away from Utah. You know, we're in the Salt Lake City area right now, and she's just in a neighboring state, so we can practically yell instead of doing a live broadcast.
Oh,
Maybe she hear us.
Gets loud here anyway. And this is a unique experience today, by the way, folks. We don't do this together very often, you know. I'm very rarely in the state of Utah, not to mention where we can do this together. So this is gonna be unique, and it's gonna be very fun.
But don't be stingy. All right, share this. All right, crush that share button. All right, we all know Sharon is Karen. All right, and don't be a Karen, but share. Okay, share. All right, here we go. I'm going to bring on our guest. When I do, it's VIP time. All right, and I would like you to give her a very warm double trouble welcome. Drop a word in the comment section. Hashtag live or hashtag replay, but hashtag something and give her a very warm welcome. All right, hugs aplenty. All right, here we go. Where is that? Where is it? Here we go. I think I had it. Here it is. Here it is. I found it. Boom.
Anyway, I don't know about you.
There she is. Boom.
I made it. I love that intro, guys. That was awesome. Thank you for having me.
Right. Hey.
Yeah, well, welcome to Double Trouble.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
All right.
Yeah, whenever I say double trouble, it always makes me feel a little like Macbeth. You know, if you're familiar with Shakespeare,
Yes.
you know, because the witches say, what do they say again? Toil.
Oh yeah. What was it?
It's
a whole long.
Yeah, it'll come to me in a moment. I'm having a little bit of a dehydrated moment. I've got to get hydrated here. But
no worries.
Double trouble. Anyway, y'all know what I mean.
Yes.
We were taking the opportunity just before we went live to get to know you a little bit and to probe. Let's start from the very beginning. You have a history of 20 years as an entrepreneur.
That is true.
Walk us back a little bit, if you would, and explain to us how that all began.
Oh, goodness.
Shout out to Ian.
Yeah, I will definitely tell you how it began. So I went to college and went to San Diego State University for Bachelor of Science in Business Management. And it was between that and nursing. I don't know why. Not sure what my life would have been like if I went the other route. But after college, I went straight into a desk job at a big government contractor. And it's a very large one. I won't name names, but you guys probably know because it's in the Bay Area, large government contractor.
In the Bay Area.
Space. I'm not really supposed to say their name.
Okay, that's cool. You don't have to drop names.
So I
I hear you. I work for a big U.S. defense company.
Oh, so you know.
And I don't say their name on.
Yeah,
either.
Same thing. And they are a defense company too. So it's interesting. So I ended up in a cubicle at a desk. They required a dress code of skirt suits, nylons, high heels for the women. And
wow, so really professional.
Super professional and very uncomfortable. And although I had a degree and a brain, I was, made to make coffee, even though that was not my job. I was made to climb under the conference table to
For real?
Yeah, plug in the telecom. And I was made to click the mouse during the meetings and no one wanted to hear anything I had to say. And I just really couldn't handle it. It was like an old boys club and I just felt very not fitting in,
Yeah, well, I can understand that. You go to college to get a degree, and then all of a sudden now you're just a glorified executive assistant.
Yeah, and of course they all loved me, and I'm like, okay, well, I was young and beautiful, so I was traipsing around in my little outfit. But it just wasn't what I wanted, and I didn't like it. So I immediately started thinking, like, what else can I do? I don't want to be here forever, like some of these people who are here way past retirement because they just keep coming back to this company. So I decided that since I had planned my wedding and gotten married one weekend after I graduated college, I had a very fresh memory of how fun planning my wedding was. And I wanted to plan weddings for other people. And so while at my cubicle, I sat there and I wrote a business plan, and I figured out packages and pricing and what I was going to offer and how I was going to do it. And I quit a year after starting at that desk job and went straight to opening my first company as a wedding planner for 8 years. So
Very interesting.
Nice.
I was
So-
J-Lo.
What sort
Just
of
kidding.
research did you do to become a wedding planner?
That's a good question. It's nothing like the movies. It's not like J-Lo with the wedding planner
I
movie.
remember that movie.
Yeah.
I remember that movie.
Yeah,
That was like in the 90s, right? That movie?
in the 90s. People always say that to me, and I'm like, no, no. It's so sweaty and exhausting and hard work.
People
But
are hard to please, so I'm sure it's very difficult at times.
yeah, and I grew up being an intense people pleaser, which I've thrown out the window in years past, but I think it helped me be a good wedding planner. But I took a course from the ACPWC, which is the Association of Certified Wedding Planners, and I actually eventually became their president, of course, because I can never do anything normal. And I, taught classes at the college level on wedding planning, and I was planning events, and I had a whole crew of employees and a building, and it was just crazy. I think I did close to 800 weddings in my
Oh
time.
my
And
goodness.
when
Take
I add them
notes,
up,
y'all. This is
yeah,
so enlightening.
it was a lot. And I had like different crews. So every weekend, multiple events were going on at once, and I had multiple crews doing multiple weddings because I could only be at one. So
did you do just like the San Diego greater area, or what area did you do all these wedding plans for?
Yeah, when I graduated from SDSU, I then moved to San Jose. So San Jose, California. So
Silicon Valley, huh?
Area. Yeah, and I was born in Los Gatos, California, and raised in the Silicon Valley, and had just gone to college and come back basically. So all of my events were in the Silicon Valley, and it's an interesting place. I don't enjoy going back to visit as much now, but definitely it's there's parts that are really pretty still. And so I did a lot of private estates and wineries and destination events. So it was interesting. It was fun, but
That's
tons
what I'm
of
talking
hard
about.
work.
Yeah.
So much hard work. My feet would like swell after every event.
Wow.
You're just on your feet forever.
Yeah.
Constantly.
It's a lot.
Constantly. Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah, but those were the
I bet
days.
you felt defeated.
Yeah, I felt.
Sorry, that's
We
a dumb
called it
dad
wedding.
joke.
It's okay, defeated. I just got it.
And he's got a whole notebook of these jokes.
Oh my gosh, I don't have any good jokes. I'm terrible. My husband's the one that jokes. Oh man, it's okay. I'll catch on eventually.
right before the broadcast, you were talking about something in regard to apples.
Yeah. Geez, apples.
Sometimes there may be a few bad apples.
Oh, thank you. Okay, my memory came back.
Whether they're Fuji or Gala, I'm not sure what kind of apples.
I mean, I'm not sure you were referring to like Granny Smith's.
I
maybe
know.
delicious apples from the state of Washington.
No, the walking, talking, breathing kind.
All right.
Yes. Yeah. So what was it? My last reel or video that I did, I was just referring to the fact that, I have seen some interesting things in my time as an entrepreneur through different industries, but unfortunately in digital marketing, I'm seeing a whole bunch of stinkers. People, I don't know how to be so nice about it, but
and that's to put it mildly, folks.
Yeah, I would love to call them terrible names, but
we'll just stick with stinkers.
Yeah, stinkers.
they're just flat out lying, you know. And I'm a big investigator. I've got like super good spidey senses, and my friends make fun of me for all of my research I do, but I can figure someone out in a few seconds. And so they'll
Just
ask
sniff
me,
them
what do
out.
you, yeah,
Right.
and so I sniff them out, I research, I figure out what's going on in the background, I share the information with my closest buddies, and we talk about how like disappointing it is to know that there's people just misrepresenting themselves and misrepresenting how easy
Totally.
digital marketing is
Mhm.
to a bunch of new people.
And and sometimes people can dismiss it as it's sales tactics,
It's
but
just marketing.
it can,
That's just the way people do marketing.
but
Yeah.
I do agree with you. It can be rather sickening.
Yeah, it's not cool. And then the FCC doesn't think it's cool either. So it's like, you know, it's hard for me to see that kind of like misrepresentation and income claims that may or may not be correct, and just really kind of like not like omitting the truth, not telling people what you've done in the past that makes you so successful, and then new people buy from you and think that they're going to be that successful too.
And on the same level right away.
Yeah, and it just doesn't work like that. It's so much work to learn a whole new industry. It's tons.
Mhm. There's a learning curve, right? And so interestingly enough, I have like a segue. It's kind of pertinent, right? In terms of apples, if you don't
Oh my
mind.
gosh.
So when Jared and I were growing up, we were only like 4 or 5 years old. And as a matter of fact, we had
Oh,
moved from Denver. We were in Boise, Idaho, right?
oh.
Leave trees.
Mm.
Right. At any rate, we used to go to my uncle's home for Sunday dinner, and on this particular Sunday, my uncle calls my dad and he says, "Dale, I don't want you allowing those boys to pick off any apples from the apple tree." Right? Even back then, we were double trouble.
Mm.
And so our father came to us and said, "Boys, you're not allowed to pick any apples off the apple tree." And I mean, this is a story that's just been relayed to us. Neither of us can actually remember it, right? But I suppose we just shook our head and said, "Okay, Dad, sure thing." Well, long story short, my Uncle Al calls my dad after we got home that Sunday evening, and he says, "Dale," that's my dad. That was my dad's name. He said, "You wouldn't believe what those boys did."
Oh no.
And my dad said, "Well, they didn't pick any apples off the apple tree, did they?" I said, "No, but every apple that they could reach, they took a bite out."
No. Oh
So
my
there are all these apples on the tree that had little bite
They're
marks
still on
on
the
every
tree.
one of them that we could
oh my
reach.
gosh, it's such an image. That's awesome. Wow. I can totally picture that. Your poor
Yeah, so
grandfather.
sorry about the tangent there. It was just
It's okay.
the
It's
apple
so
thing just
funny.
brought that back to memory.
I have a 4-year-old, so I can see her doing something like that. She's very devious. She's cute, but
Uh-huh.
yeah. She'll be like, "You told me not to
Very
do this, but
graphic.
can I do that?" And I'm like, "No."
Right. Okay. So you have two kids. You were saying you have a 4-year-old and a
That's
7-year-old,
right. Yep. You have a good
right?
memory. Yeah. 4-year-old
Nice.
daughter, 7-year-old son.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not easy balancing all these
Mm-mm.
things as being a parent, doing an online business, and you have multiple
Mhm.
businesses at that, uh, and then at the same time, you have to be a wife. So these are a lot of things that you juggle. Tell us, how do you do this? Are amidst being an entrepreneur for the last 20 years, you weren't in the circus juggling, were
No,
you?
no.
Which isn't a bad
I'm
thing. We were in the circus.
Yeah,
We were conjoined twins,
yeah.
and that's why we were in the
Well,
circus.
he's a clown. He's a clown.
We were stuck like this.
Oh my gosh, does it feel like that sometimes? Just yeah. Oh man, it's wow. Amazing. When I first started being an entrepreneur, I didn't have kids, and I had kids later in
Mhm.
life than most people have them. So age 36 and 38. So I mean much later.
Okay, so you start a little
Yeah.
later,
And
right?
so for me, looking at it, it's like I had so many years where it was easier because I didn't have them. And now, oh my goodness, the past 8 years have been mind blowing to me. Like, I don't know how I do it. I barely sleep. I'm just being honest. I don't eat the best, but I have a nutritionalist. I'm trying to do better. And
Uh-huh.
I just need to take better care of myself. So I am trying to do that now that they're getting older and they can finally do some stuff for themselves.
Yeah.
But truthfully, without school for my daughter, we send her to school like year round because she has tons of energy. Her nickname is the Tornado. So,
For real? For real? Come on.
Well, at 4 years old, she's already a
oh, she's
tornado.
a tornado. I mean, she's
Uh-huh.
wild, and it's hard for me because my son is not like that. He's very calm and like intellectual, and so I can handle if he's home with
Uh-huh.
me. But if she's home with me, my whole day's over. Like I can't even do anything at all. I can't breathe. But he goes.
It's
We send him.
it's been a while, but I can remember my oldest daughter. She's now
Oh
22,
man.
being the exact same way. I mean, she was just everywhere, and she was full speed ahead. We
Oh
couldn't just like take our eyes off her
no.
because she was gone,
Yeah.
especially at a park.
You have to watch her so closely, and she's got some strange habits. She's like a kleptomaniac, and she's a hoarder. So she like steals things from around the house. She makes piles everywhere, and
Wow.
I'm a
It
neat
keeps you busy.
so like me cleaning after her, I basically put a huge bag in the center of the room, and I just throw the piles into the bag
Everything into
until
the
it gets to
bag.
the top, and then I go take care of it. And oh my gosh, it's impossible. Like she just sprinkles things everywhere. And I'm just like hyperventilating because it gives me major anxiety when things are dirty. I'm just like, no.
I can understand. Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Well, how do you develop any sort of like schedule when it comes to
Yeah.
creating content?
Um,
Do you wait till
Batch, maybe?
there's just a free time during nap time, or do you wait till at night when they've both gone to sleep?
So my husband also is an entrepreneur and we both work at home. So he's in the basement, I'm on the top floor.
Oh, all right.
And we send the kids to camp and school. So basically we
Nice.
do get about 8 hours a day without them,
Yeah.
which some people are like, oh, but you work at home. Can't you know what you can have your kids? And I'm like,
You're still working.
I'm
Yeah.
like, that doesn't make sense unless you don't work for yourself. You don't know that it's really work.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't feel bad about it anymore, but we used to get judgment for that. And so we do have quiet time to work. And I have never done much of batch creation unless I'm going on vacation to ease myself on that. But really, it's just day by day usually. And now that I've learned Amazing Story Framework, I actually have the easiest time getting on camera and making reels and videos, like super easy. I just talk. And it's like so much better than coming up with like gimmicky stuff that I used to be taught with another
Yes.
program.
Right? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and not only that, but I was just thinking about that today, incidentally, Nicole. And
Mhm.
I look at it as a way to make a good balance of creating content, because before people would just get caught up in creating content, and it's just like a regurgitation of the same things over and over again. And your
Control C, Control V. I'm just gonna copy and paste.
Yeah, it's the same stuff
Right.
over and over.
Am I lagging? No. So that it's just a regurgitation a lot of times, and people do try to, as best they possibly can, change it up. But when they're only using the same message, it's hard to do that. So this gives us the opportunity with this amazing story framework to really kind of mix it up and give it a good balance.
Exactly.
And be unique.
Yeah, it just be
Unique.
yourself and be honest and tell stories and
Well, I mean, he tries to be mean,
He just tries to be mean.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I really, really love
It's been that way. It's been that way my whole life.
Oh, that's so funny. Do you guys ever pull it off where you like tricked your parents or tricked friends or family members?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Well, actually, so growing up at the end of the school year, and sometimes even midway, we grew tired of going to the same classes every year, especially during like junior high and high school.
Oh my gosh.
And we do have an interesting story now that you ask about that in regard to an English teacher that we both had in high school.
Yeah, in fact, our English teacher is from this town where I live now. I didn't know that back then, but yeah, he's from the town I live in right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What are you gonna?
It's my wife. It's not that that's my phone call's not important, but Don't.
I thought you were going to relay the story. And
I know my wife started calling. I
You're
got
like,
distracted.
wait.
Squirrel.
Wait.
Yeah, squirrel.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so did you guys?
So his name was, what was the teacher's name again? Remind me.
John Garner.
Mr. Garner.
Yes.
Right.
Oh,
Well, all throughout the year, and Mr. Garner was one of those talkative guys, much like Robert Downey Jr. in TV shows, movies.
oh,
Very charismatic.
Yeah.
He was very likable. So his class was very enjoyable as a result, and English was always one of the classes I actually enjoyed and excelled in.
I did too.
Unlike math, that was never my strong
neither.
point or my strong suit. It was more like a foible or a vice. But so at some point at the end of the school year, we started mixing up classes, and so we would go to each other's classes. Wow. And at the end of the year, when we graduated, it was the end of senior year, and we're signing yearbooks, right? Mr. Garner goes up to Jared's yearbook to sign it. And what do you write in your yearbook?
He wrote, "It was nice having the both of you in my class this year." And boom!
We thought we had fooled them the whole year.
All of a sudden, the wool was just.
I love it. That's so good.
Yeah, I mean, the whole time we thought we'd fooled them, but we were the fools.
Nope.
We were the fools.
He knew.
We thought he was the fool.
That is the funniest thing. Did any other teachers catch that?
So the moral to the story is, no matter how good you think you are at fooling people, right? Just feed them the truth, folks.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't give them bad apples. Don't be stinkers.
Oh, yeah. Just be truthful, please. It's not that hard. It's harder to lie. You mess up all your facts.
It isn't hard.
Ugh, I'm so tired of it. I just don't get it. I've never seen it so much in my life. It's just everywhere.
It is, and the thing that is frustrating is I think it's being taught. I think it's being instructed.
It is,
and and it may give you short-term, success, but if you think about it, okay, the businesses that are not that everybody wants to model their success, after every single, super successful business. But if you think about a lot of them that are successful, it's because they've gotten a connection with their customers. Those are the ones that have long-term success, and to me, a sustainability long-term is really what I'm looking for. And, and I'd rather have that and look unique instead of just trying to do, what everyone else is doing.
Yes.
I know what you're saying. Okay, well then why do you guys copy each
other?
Oh,
no. Right. No, I was not thinking that. No, definitely not.
So before I came here on vacation to Utah, I was in New York City, and we just arrived. Yeah, so we just arrived to New York City from Ireland. This has been a complex trip, right?
Wow.
But I've always kept an AT&T US SIM card active, and I pay for it monthly. So I always have US comms in my phone. I can just slip my SIM card in, and straight away I have comms when I land in the US,
nice.
right? But I needed to find out whether it was worth changing to T-Mobile. And my daughter, and we wanted to open up an account for my youngest daughter because she's going to be there like a month and a half, kind of for the summer with her oldest sister. So we went into T-Mobile, and I'm asking this guy pertinent questions, and this is what I'm talking about. It's like, you need to establish a good know, like, and trust factor, and then feed people, identify what their problem is so you can give them the solution. And you know what? This T-Mobile guy, he didn't talk me out of my AT&T service or SIM card because it wasn't going to be a benefit for me. He actually did say it would be a benefit to your daughter, who's going to be here a month and a half, to get a prepaid SIM card plan, right? And to put money on it. But again, so he identified what my problem was, or problems, what the solutions would be, and didn't talk me out of being an AT&T customer.
Yeah. Because
I guess what I'm saying here is, and that's what I think that we really truly need to do in this industry, is to identify our customers' problems and solve it. find out what those solutions are, but give them what they need.
It's very true. I mean, I've had people come to me and they, I've kind of steered them in a different direction. So instead of being like, yes, master resale rights would be great for you. Like if I see that somebody is so completely non-technical that it's painful and that they would never ever get through building their funnel, their email campaign or anything, and they're definitely not good on social media because they're very uncomfortable with it, I don't think that's the course for them. There's other ways to
Okay.
go,
So that's
you know?
so then the master resale rights is more or less for people who are already tech savvy or experienced with affiliate marketing already in other courses or programs.
Yeah, people say no, but now that I have obviously taken the course and then had like sold it to others too that I thought would benefit from it, I've seen some struggles that are pretty alarming. And so I think that I don't know how tech savvy I am, to be quite honest with you. So,
Okay.
because then I do see people like just floundering. And so I built a whole package around it to help people like that in case they still wanted to move forward. That would really like
Well,
do all
those
that.
are some very astute observations on your
Yeah,
part.
but I'd
And
rather
to
turn
get
them away and, than them suffer.
right, and
Good point.
to get to that point where you were introduced to master resale rights and you had the experience, what other programs were you experienced with already before you
Sure.
entered into that arena?
Yep. So of course, like almost everybody, I started with Legendary. And I,
Okay.
was scrolling social media just like everybody and kept seeing moms talking about how they're making money online from home. And I'm like, well, I've made money forever, so it's not really a big deal to me. But it was interesting because I really had never heard of digital marketing. And so, of course, my curiosity just got the best of me. And I started researching all of the courses and I was like crossing them off one by one, just like, nope, this one's terrible, that one's terrible, just researching them all. And Legendary, I dug into it super, super deep for like over a month. I just went crazy to the point where they offered me, instead of the $7 course, they gave it to me for $1 because they were sick of waiting for me to sign up. So I like researched it to death. Like I killed it. And I didn't think it was perfect, but at the same time, I thought, well, it's $1, why not? So I took the course. It's supposed to be like 15 days. I think I took it in like 5 or
Right.
6.
It was a 15-day challenge,
Yeah,
right?
I just like blew through it in a couple of days. I'm like, I'm not taking that many days. That's stupid. So I blew through the whole thing, took a whole bunch of notes. On day 3 or 4, they make you talk to someone that they say is a coach, but they're really a terrible salesperson. And
So it's like it's a closer call, really,
the
right?
worst closer in the universe of all closers was my guy. And he was an idiot. And so
Bona
I
fide.
bothered him so much, like, I did not buy into him, and it pissed him off so badly that he's like, "Fine, I'm unlocking the rest of the course for you, bye." He wanted nothing more to do with me. He wanted me to just get out of his hair, move on with life. And then, of course, I was like, I am not paying these people for blueprints. There's no way. I'm like, I'm teaching myself this stuff. So I did. I taught myself from scratch how to build a funnel, from scratch how to do email campaigns, how to do social media just by myself because I'm a weirdo. And like, I'm like, I'm not wasting money when I've started all these other companies. I can do this. And I did.
Right.
But the problem came when I had 2 really big coaches. Both have hit over 1 million by now, so you probably know who they are. And they were telling me to copy people's content, do the side hustle videos. They did a whole like private like thing looking over my Instagram account, and they're telling me, "Oh, you're great, you're perfect. Wow, look at you." And they don't know what they're doing because they're buying followers and likes and engagement, and then they're pretending to know what they're doing and they're selling their advice to people. So it's dirty, dirty business. When I really figured it all out, I was like, I'm running for the hills. I'm out of here. And a friend of mine came to me who was also an LM and said, "Hey, there's this other course, Master Resale Rights." And I looked it over and I was like, it's so affordable. It's like a fifth of the price of the blueprints for LM. And the reason I really, really like it still is that it's education. So I can't say I'm like the biggest fan of community situation that's going on right now with it. I'm not wild about that or selling to people that shouldn't be sold to, like we were just talking about. But
Mhm.
I like it for the education. So that's kind of where it ends for me.
Mhm.
And
So
so
it's got a lot of value when it comes to the education
yeah, it's
aspect.
extremely in depth. It's all video taught, step by step. So the amount of value for the dollar amount is phenomenal, but you kind of
I had to
yeah,
stop shaking my head because I noticed that Jared and I were like in synchronicity. We're like
yeah,
going,
you're like, "Ah." Yeah, it's a
feel like we're on Saturday Night Live.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. I love that skit. Um, yeah, it's just crazy. Like, it's hard, but now I'm spending my time working on my own digital products because, I want to evolve and move forward. I don't want to always be selling someone else's product
Mhm.
Mhm.
and have my own since I have things to say. So,
Well, you sound like very independent and so proactive and everything you do you do in
Nice with the phone.
a full investigation, and I totally respect that because I have a military background, and anything I do 100% investigation, and if I don't see that I like it, then there's no sense in going into it. I have to have
yeah,
that warmest of warm fuzzies, and I have to be 100% sure
yes.
that it's something I want to join because I do something full throttle, 100% or not at all.
Yeah, that's me too. I'm like 100%, over 100%. And so I know myself really well. And if I'm going to devote myself to something, like it better be worth it. It better be good. And so, I was let down the first time, but the second time around, it's like I'm okay with MRR, but I see the light. Like I have someone I really enjoy following. Her name's Abigail Pugh. It's Peugh, and she's on
Yeah. Okay.
Instagram.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
I really admire her. She's also a mom of little ones, and she works from home, and she's retired her husband in less than a year with her digital products.
What?
She's basically teaches you how to sell your digital products using Stand Store and Instagram stories. Um, and
Mhm.
she just brings so much value. I mean, when she first started, she was just
Okay.
doing UGC, which I've never done. And so she started selling her first product, which was a guide to
Okay.
doing UGC, and that really took off.
Oh
And
wow.
then she started selling more educational guides and master classes, and I am going to do her boot camp because I just love her. Like I think she's
Okay, so I was just gonna ask then, have you followed her instructions to set up a stand store?
oh yeah. Yep, I got
Yeah.
my Stand Store. I had it before I ever found out about her, and because I liked the aesthetics of it, which sounds so dorky, like, why am I paying for that?
No,
But
no.
No, this is highly enthralling to me because
yeah,
I've heard of people using Shopify, all kinds of, all these websites. But lately, as a matter of fact, in the last month or so, I'm hearing so many good things about Stan and his store or
I know
Stan store.
Stan in his store. Like, why do they name it that? I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Dear Stan,
Stan.
I'm your biggest fan.
That song. Oh boy. Yeah, I know that one. It's great. Um, eh, I don't know. Like Sandstorm is very interesting because when I first started using it a few months back, it was very rudimentary. It's very simple. You just kind of use it
Okay.
for it. The link works in TikTok. You won't get shut
Yeah.
down, so it's very good for that. And then it also just is a nice place to sell your digital products, nice and neatly.
Mhm.
There's no transaction fees. Um, and it just brings a level of professionalism to your offerings. But now they're also allowing funnels, email flows, like marketing. So it's really wild to me because I would love to have just started with them with all that stuff, but I use system.io, which I actually do love.
Right.
Obviously,
I've used it as well. Yeah.
yeah, it's very easy to use. And so I don't know. It's hard for me because part of me wants to do some of my stuff on Sandstor and some of it stay in System.io because
System.
I don't
Yeah.
want to move stuff too
Right.
much.
I guess it all depends on ultimately, uh, and I know you said you're promoting master resale rights,
Yeah.
but if you're doing a separate program,
Mhm.
aside from that, maybe you could use Stand Store for
Sandstor.
that, and then master resale rights, System IO.
Ex-
I was faced with that decision too because I was using ClickFunnels and Get Response,
Oh, yeah.
and then it was about a little bit over a month ago after a big a big scam that I went through
Oh,
that literally halted and destroyed my Get Response
oh
account.
man.
That I had to rethink what sort of autoresponder I was going to use, and if it was worth paying the $97 a month for click funnels.
Oh boy. Yep. Yeah, it's funny, like because I was in LM in the beginning, they pushed ClickFunnels and Aweber, but I couldn't get them to integrate and I just gave up. I'm like, I'm not doing that. System.io has both. And I thought, like, why am I going to go mess around and pay more? I mean, it's like $25 a month.
Well,
So
there's, in my opinion, I really don't know of a better system System.io is probably the best one, hands down, especially for beginners and starters, because
Absolutely.
it doesn't require you to spend any money
Mhm.
until I think you get to like
Very
2,000
user-friendly.
2,000 contacts.
exactly.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's very easy. Or if you want more than one funnel, and of course I have more than one,
Right. Or
I keep
more than one email campaign. Is that
exactly.
it?
Yeah. And of course
Yeah.
I have to have all the campaigns and all the tags and all the funnels because my brain's like, woo. And so I've got, all these things, or I keep talking to my web designer. I'm like, want my funnel different. And he's just used to it. So
Yeah. Make it
moving
happen.
So then after a short period of time, you got all the bells and whistles. Huh?
Yeah, it's just, and I started using it for my other company too. It's a moving company, so it just made sense to have it because I'm so comfortable with it. It's not hard to use, and I'm like, why would I mess
Yeah.
around and change things? And of course I have their affiliate link, and of course it's on my Sand store and all that good stuff, so it helps.
Why not though?
Why
Yeah,
not?
absolutely.
It's funny. Some people are like, so you don't do affiliate marketing anymore? I'm like, no, I just don't do legendary. That's just one of 5 million ways to do affiliate marketing. I do Amazon.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm an Amazon influencer. I do that. I do.
Right.
Well, interesting
know.
that you would bring that up, because I was actually just introduced to what Amazon Influencer Program was or is about a little over a month ago, because I was aware of Amazon affiliate program, and then the Amazon for the audiobooks,
Oh, KDP.
AKP or something like that. AKP or something
Yeah,
like that.
KDP.
The influencer program. Maybe you could explain what that's all about,
Yeah,
and
sure.
what you've experienced so far with that.
So I'm in my end of my first month really with doing Amazon influencer videos. And it's fun. It's just so easy and fun. And there's no reason not to build it up if you have the time, because it only takes a few minutes a day. So I just take my phone, I go around my house, and we have, oh my gosh, so many products that are on Amazon. So even if you didn't buy it
Okay.
Oh, okay.
on, you just take your phone, you open up the basic shopper app that everybody has, and there's a little magnifying glass icon that you click, and
Yeah.
it's like starts sparkling when you point it at a product in your house, and it finds the product's listing. So even if you didn't buy it on Amazon, it'll tell you where it's at.
You'll find it.
Whether it's available on Amazon or
That's
not.
pretty
And
cool.
so I use a little system where I basically go into CapCut, which is free and easy little program for videos. And I use their teleprompter. I copy and paste all the features of the product over to my teleprompter. I spin the camera around, I point it at the product, and I just start reading and talking. And that's it. And then I save the video and upload it. So
what's great about that teleprompter feature on CapCut is you can slow the speed that it to which it starts rolling the text, so that it goes naturally to your speech pattern.
Exactly. Yeah, and sometimes you have to hurry up because that's like a 3-minute limit, and if it's
right.
It is a 3-minute limit on
we
on
have a
CapCut.
fancy massage chair in our house, really fancy, and it's on Amazon. So I did a whole video for it, and there's so many features I had to talk really quick. I was like,
to get it all in there. Yeah.
yeah, but it's fun. It's just another way to make passive income, and there's no reason not to do multiple things. Like I saw in the beginning
I agree.
of MRR, there were a lot of LM affiliate marketers. It was like a war. They were like, you can't just quit and go do something else. You can't do both. And I'm like, what?
Why
Why
not?
not?
I will say this much though: if you're just starting out in the online business industry, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're experienced, much like you are, then I would totally recommend creating multiple streams of
Yeah, why
income
not?
in that regard.
Definitely, because it's a lot. It's better to focus on one thing in the beginning for sure, so your head's not spinning because it's already complicated enough. Like digital marketing is a whole beast, and if you get good at one thing, you can do good at another thing later. It's just like, it's terrifying. Oh my gosh. I love Beauty and the Beast. I was
Yeah.
Belle.
Who doesn't?
Oh yes, loved it.
Speaking of which, has anyone seen the live action Little Mermaid
Oh
movie?
yes. Have you guys seen it?
I haven't.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I haven't seen
Oh
it.
yeah, I thought you said yes. Oh,
My bad.
yeah, no,
It's his Utah accent.
Yeah.
oh, I
Nicole,
was
it's
like,
his Utah.
what?
I've totally gotten rid of that whole Utah accent because I've lived away from the state, you know. But like, if you listen to the radio, even the
Mhm.
DJ will say, "Do you want to?" instead of "want
Oh,
to."
really?
There is a special dialect accent here in Utah.
Whoa, I didn't know that. Yeah, Colorado is interesting because I'm a Valley girl, I'm Silicon Valley girl, literally. So
Yeah,
you
sure.
hear it in my voice. It's like 100%. I can't control the sound that comes out of me. I'm the original Valley girl. So,
For real?
but my daughter was born here. My son was born in San Jose, but my daughter was born here, and she's got the Colorado accent. So she's got a little country kind of thing going on, and it's cute. I'm like jealous. It's adorable. Like her big cheeks, her big eyes, her cute.
Okay, but your son, who is 7, still has an accent that's from
Well,
San Jose area.
I'll tell you a funny story with him. He actually has what's called a Boston accent, and that might blow your mind, and sound really weird. But his accent is straight up from Boston, and he's never been there before.
No.
Because he has what they used to call Asperger's syndrome. He's autistic, and it's a feature. It's one of their things. And so when he talks, he sounds like he's from Boston, and it's so cute, but also really hard to understand. So you've got my husband and I have like California Surfer Valley people voices. My son's got Boston accent, and then my daughter's got the country twang, and we're a weird mess over here.
This right here, you could make like several different video stories about this right here.
Yeah, that's content.
I forget about it.
My
It's
company,
normal to me.
Yeah, my company is based out of Andover, Mass.
Oh,
in a suburb of Boston. And my wife she had surgery in Boston in 2018. We were there for like a whole summer.
Ooh.
So I'm very familiar with the Boston area.
To go. That's a place I've wanted to visit forever, and I just haven't gotten away. Oh man, that'd be fun. Yeah, and the downtown looks neat when I see it in pictures. It's like smushed together. It looks like hard to drive. That's kind of
well, there are only so many big cities in the United States that I really can feel comfortable in because I'm not really a big city guy.
Yeah, me neither.
Being in New York City for 3 days, in and of itself was enough for me. And so I was kind of happy to come back here to Utah. Of course, see family members and friends, but also to get away from the big city.
Yeah, I hear you.
But Boston, I never felt like it was overwhelming at all.
That's good to know. Yeah, because I've been to New York several times, and it makes me hyperventilate. Like it's just too much. I can't.
It is. So we went to Times Square X amount of days ago.
I saw the pictures.
After being there for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes tops, I was like, okay, I got my videos, I got my my B-roll footage, photos. I'm good. Let's go.
Did you see?
And my daughter,
my
daughter and my wife were like, no, we're gonna hang out here for hours. And I'm
I was like, really? Get me out. No, thank you. I don't like it. I don't like huge amounts of people around me. It just stresses me out. Like I love to
totally
be alone.
Relate.
Being alone is my favorite thing in the whole world. Like I'm alone. Especially once you have kids, being alone is a very special moment.
Yeah, find your peace, right?
Yeah.
Find your peace.
Yes. I just like having 5 seconds to myself. It's all good.
Right. Well, so Jared and I, X amount of months ago, we had the privilege of inviting and and having Lambo
Oh, yep.
as a guest in our Double Trouble show.
Mm-hmm.
And we met him because he was tuning in to support Abby Worthington and some other guests that were on
Oh,
our show,
nice.
right? And he was popping up, commenting, and we were very appreciative of the fact that he was joining our show, dropping comments. And speaking of which, folks, flood the comment section. Give Nicole some support, y'all, right?
Thank you.
And we had him as a guest, and that's how we kind of got to know Lambo. So how did you get to know Lambo?
Well, it wasn't that long ago because I just joined the Amazing Story Framework OAR group and coaching with Lambo and Caton a matter of 2 weeks ago now. So it has not been long.
Okay.
But my friend Zaskia, who's in the group with all of us, she kept talking about them. And I was just like, who are they? Why are you talking to me about them? What's going, like, why? I don't get it. But she wouldn't stop. And she saw something. She has a talent of seeing things in people. She's like a projector.
Uh-huh.
Like, she can tell what you need before you know you need it. And she kept looking at me and thinking, 20-year entrepreneur, 4 successful businesses, like looking for a coach and wants somebody who's not like gimmicky and wants someone who understands real business. And she's just putting all the pieces together. She's like, Caton and Lambo,
Okay.
Caton and Lambo. So finally, I agree begrudgingly to join the free masterclass.
So you joined the masterclass. I was going to say, did you join like a Zoom call with Lambo and Caton, or did you join one of their live TikToks?
Yeah, so I did the masterclass first, and I was blown away. Like, my mouth was on the floor, jaw on the floor, and I was taking like a million notes and learning things. I was like, oh my God. Like, these people get me. These people are so smart. Oh my gosh, listen to these things. Like, they're teaching things I've never heard of before. And after 20 years, you think you've heard it all, but like, they were bringing up a bunch of special skills and tips and tricks that I was just like, I love this. This is so valuable.
Boom.
Yeah.
And the value bombs just keep dropping when both of them are together.
They're fun.
That it's like the fireworks on the 4th of July.
Yes. They're
nonstop.
They feed off each other.
They do,
Yeah.
right? Definitely.
And so, like, 3 days later, I started doing story telling reels for like 3 days by myself before I signed up with them, because of course I just am a weirdo and I'm like, just jump into things like, I'm going to do this now.
You're testing the water, so to speak, right?
And all of a sudden I saw all of my engagements shooting up, my likes going up, my followers going up, just like naturally. And I was blown away. I'm like, this is really, really, really special, and I have to be a part of it. So I did a separate meeting just with them. And I had Zaskia come in because I was a little bit nervous. I'm like, I don't know them that well. And of course, I had zero intention of joining, but I joined because I just realized, like, I'm going to get 2 coaches for an amazing amount of value and for a whole year and a whole community of people. And I needed coaches at this point in time in my career because I'm creating my own offers, and I didn't know how to create an offer at all. So OAR is very important.
This is super important here, folks, because we're talking to Nicole, who's a 20-year entrepreneur, who's had tons of experience, but yet she was humble enough to identify the fact that she needed mentorship and coaching. There are some times that we can't do it all ourselves.
No. Yeah, I think every great coach, because I'm a business coach, needs a coach. You really, and if you ever think you know everything, then you've lost the point of business. Like, in business, you need to remain curious.
Absolutely.
You need to remain,
totally agree with that.
be an investigator.
They're always evolving and changing, so there's no way we can always know everything.
No, and that's kind of fun, because that's why I like business. It's ever evolving. There's always new opportunities. And digital marketing, I think that's what the biggest draw was for me, is I kept thinking, wow, all of those skills I can use for all of my other companies. And my head was like expanding, like, I can learn how to make a website, I can do email marketing. I have not done this before. Like, it was super exciting for me. And it made so much sense. And I'm so happy that I joined. I'm so happy I have 2 awesome coaches and a great group of people. to be
Right.
with, and I don't feel so alone anymore while I'm creating my first offer.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to Abby Worthington. What up, Abby?
Oh, yeah,
Nice.
Abby's
I have a
right
coach.
on.
Yeah. I have a coach who says never to get a coach who doesn't have their own coach.
That's a good point.
So we're talking about a lot of coaches here who also have coaches.
There's an assistant coach to the regular coach, and then there's an assistant to the assistant coach.
Oh, there's got to be so many. It got to be a whole chain. But I mean, Kate and Lambo each have coaches too. So
Right.
They all have coaches.
yeah.
And then we're all getting together and we're going to be riding on a stagecoach.
Oh my God. We've gone too far.
That's too many coaches on a stagecoach.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, hit a rock.
I have those random thoughts sometimes of like, how did people cross the prairie? Like, oh my God, it's miserable and horrible. Gross.
I know. I mean,
Ugh.
and did they have a spare wooden wheel
Ah,
that's attached to the same areas where we have our spare tires on our cars?
I don't
Where do
even
they
know.
put the spare?
I don't even know. It's awful just to think of what our ancestors did.
There we go.
Awful.
So important thing here that Ryan McMullen is we've highlighted here. Never stop learning.
Yep.
There we go.
What up, Ryan?
What's going on?
Yeah, if you stop learning, it's just so boring, you know? And I think that's why I've had multiple businesses, because I like love one, nurture it, grow it. But then I'm like, okay, my brain's tired. Time to, like, it just gets bored and I need to go to the next one. And I give them a good amount of time, but I kind of want to refresh my brain. I just don't want to do the same thing forever.
Right. Quick question,
Mm-hmm.
Nicole. Would it be possible to see your stand store?
Yeah, I can pull it up. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun.
Pull it up and then we can share your screen, right?
Oh, she can share it.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I
I'm
can
highly
share it on
interested
here. Cool.
in seeing what you were explaining earlier. You know what?
I will show you. It's opening up. There we go. All right, so let's see how I can share my screen.
Hold on. I can't.
Jeff, you're going to fall out.
I can't see it.
You're going to fall out.
I can't see it.
You're going to fall out. Don't.
All right, now I have to figure out how to share my screen. How do I do it? Oh, that's easy. There's a button.
A little icon in the middle.
Yeah, it's the icon in the middle below the.
Oh, there we go. Wow, this is so much easier than I thought it would be. There we go.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah, hold on. There we go. Look at that, huh?
Boom to the boom.
There's my fake lashes. So it's lovely. So what's cool is you can have all of your socials linked up here at the top, your name, a little like bio of who you are.
So it's a vertical looking setup.
It is. And then it's got like my digital marketing bundle, because I sell MRR course, but I bundled it with a done for you custom funnel, email swipes, IG posts, media planner, and free Facebook group that's private. So it's got a lot more value. And then the funnel design services are separate. If someone just wants that, they can purchase that through me. One-on-one coaching, which I do quite often. Email templates if they just want that. Instagram templates if they just want that. I have a freebie, of course. It's my social media content planner, so people can grab that, or they can go to my Amazon influencer store if they want to see what kind of tools I use for my influencing and for,
That's incredible. Yeah. This is like upper level, beyond Linktree, beyond.
Oh yeah, it's so nice
so far.
And then this is my masterclass that'll be coming up in about a month. It'll be my first offer. It'll be a live masterclass. So this is just the email wait list for people that want to get in as an early bird. And if they do, they get 200.
All right, you heard that, people.
Yeah. Early bird gets the worm.
Yeah, get the worm.
And then
be that early bird.
The stand link is down here too. So if anybody ever wants to use my stand link, I get commission for that too, which is super nice. But yeah, it's great. I really enjoy it. And then like if you're clicking on something, it just opens up your website basically. So, the little grab page.
Yeah, that's totally dope.
if you purchase something, it opens up into Stan Store's kind of version. It lets you build out this little description of what everything is that you're going to give them. And then they can fill out their name and they can fill out their payment and purchase it right here. And then you get notified as someone who's selling these products that you've made a sale. The coach is cool because when they click book a call, it actually lets them pick the day and time and, you know, fill out their information. And also I'm able to ask them questions like, what's your handle on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, any other ones, and what are your main goals for the call? So you can customize all of that and then they can pay. And then same thing like that. If it's a product like the email templates or the Instagram templates, you can actually just download after you pay. So after you purchase something, then it comes straight to your inbox. So it's a really nice advanced system. The Amazon influencer goes straight to my Amazon influencer page, which is awesome. So you can see like all of my socials are linked, and then you can see like all of my promo videos for different
Yeah.
Okay. So what you're saying is, I'm sorry, Nicole, if
it's
I may
really
interject.
cool. Like I
that link on the Stan Store, they can click on that and it'll immediately redirect them to your Amazon influencer program.
That is right. Yep. So it's pretty cool because you can, you know, bring them anywhere you want to, but in such a nice way. It looks so much better than a link tree. It really does.
Yeah, that's next level Linktree. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't think of any other reason to use Linktree anymore.
Yeah,
There you go.
I like it a lot. I think it's very professional looking. It's pretty awesome. I enjoy it.
Right. Can you say that for the people in the back?
I know. Stan Store is awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
You should use my affiliate link.
On her stand.
I still do affiliate.
As a matter of fact, we could put the link in the comments section.
Yeah, I can throw it in there. There you go. No problem. Yeah, you get 14 days free with my link, and you can try it. And if you hate it, you don't have to keep using it. Yeah, I'll throw
Might as well give it a shot. Give it a try.
Yeah.
So after the 2 weeks, how much is it monthly then?
I believe.
Or does that depend on the package you choose to?
There's like 2 packages. So I think the big package is like $99 if you want to do funnels and everything. The one I'm paying for is like $25 maybe. And then the free 14-day trial before that is nothing. So that's nice. So it's really affordable for what it is. And I think it just helps like raise your level of professionalism online. So people can see that, you know, you care about what they see from you. So it's definitely a good thing. How do I add the link? Do I hit add source? I have not.
You'd have to just add it to the comment section.
If you put in the comment section, what Jared and I can do is type it and put it in the ticker.
Cool.
That scrolls across.
Yeah, just put it in the private chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then we'll copy and paste it.
There we go. Perfect. It's a long thing. Very well. All right.
Long link.
Yeah, it's a long one. But there we go. There it is. I sent it in the private chat.
Okay. Yeah. Jared can just copy and paste that and put it in the ticker that scrolls across the screen.
That is so cool. Wow. That means nice program.
I should have thought about this earlier. I apologize. Right. But once we got on that topic of Stan and his store.
Yes. Stan and his store. I'm going to think of it that way from now on. That's so funny. Stan and his store.
All right. Hold on. There we go. So it's scrolling across the screen.
Oh, that's
you can see it scrolling. Write it down. Visit the website. Tell Stan hi.
I also put it in the comment section.
It's both. We're good.
Check this guy out.
Oh my gosh. I can't do funny voices. I'm not funny. Like I'm just not. There's nothing.
Usually people who don't think they're funny just really haven't tried being funny often enough.
Yeah, I could see that. I think I'm just too stressed out and I work too much, and so I don't let it out. You know, it doesn't burst out of me. But My husband's hilarious, so he makes up for it. He's never serious.
So-
Never. Mm-mm.
Let me ask you, where you're at in your Pikes Peak, have you ever been to Steamboat Springs?
I still
You know where
haven't-
that's
I
at?
know where it's at, but we haven't been up there yet, and I really want to do that.
Oh yeah,
Well, how
it's
about-
really cool.
How about
yeah.
Aspen, Colorado?
We went there for a very short period of time because we were driving through it.
Oh, the store.
Yeah, so we were not her store.
I don't know if that.
Oh,
if the-
it doesn't go to my store. It goes to Stan's store, and then if you sign up for a free account, you get 14 days free
that's
with that
the link
link.
to become a stand
Yeah.
for.
And then if you buy, I get a commission. So it doesn't go to my store. But,
So it's hard coded to you in
Yeah.
an affiliate way.
but if you want my store, it's very, very easy. It's stan.store/Mountain High Money, which is the name of my company, and it's MTN HIGH Money. So I just put it in the private chat for you guys if you want to put it up there.
Much shorter link.
Yeah, not like that affiliate link is very long. It's extremely
That long hairy one.
Yeah, that's the long hairy one. Yes, it's ugly.
Yeah, at some point maybe Bitly that.
I know.
Well, the problem with Bitly is it's not very favorable on TikTok. TikTok doesn't like Bitly.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about
Yeah.
that. Yeah, and I've never tried it before. So,
Gotcha.
oh my goodness, that's great.
Yeah, so it wasn't last week because we did a TikTok live last week and didn't have a guest, but the week prior to that, Abby was a co-host because I was
Aw.
traveling.
That is so cool. And Abby's part
And
of
yes,
our group now.
So exactly. And not only has she been a guest on her show a couple times, but she's now been
co-hosted
a
twice.
co-host 2 different times.
Oh my gosh, it's so awesome.
So much love to Abby Worthington
Oh.
on the Double Trouble
And I
Show.
really can't wait to get to know her better. She's got like an immense amount of marketing experience. I'm such a business geek. I'm like, I just want to pick her brain. So like Abby, I know if you're listening, we've got to be buddies.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I need to learn more.
Definitely amazing. I got a lot of respect for Abby.
I like her a lot.
Oh my gosh. I've got to learn more about her. She sounds just awesome. I'm so happy she's in
She
our group.
is.
I'm not sure why we were talking with like a British accent just then.
It just happened.
It does.
You guys must have been so much fun as kids. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I can't even
2 weeks
imagine.
in a row.
I just
She was the new Jeff for a while.
oh
Yeah.
Probably much better looking too, right?
I almost said that, but I'm happy you said it.
As a matter of fact, what would have been really apropos is if she would have had like one of these soul patches
Oh.
under her lower lip.
No.
Okay, so Abby, the next time you be Jeff,
no.
you gotta have one of these soul
A
patches.
faux one.
Oh
Right?
God. Yeah, we have to chat, Abby. We have to chat. We'll make time. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Oh Lord.
It's been such a pleasure,
Yeah.
Nicole.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank
so
you.
much for being our guest on the
Thank
show.
you.
If nobody has ever heard of Stan Store, they know what Stan Store is about now, and I'm going to do some more investigation. I think this is really worth having and doing. And
Yeah. And if you really don't want to build a fancy funnel on System.io or ClickFunnels, you can just do it on StanStore so much easier, I hate to say, and do your email campaigns. So if I had known about that and it was really a thing back when I started, I would have probably gone that route because it's so nice and easy. It's very, very gooey, as they say, like user friendly.
Gooey.
Yeah, very user friendly. But yeah, I think at least using it for your TikTok link is great because you won't get shut down. Not like my Facebook account. Oh boy, Facebook.
Facebook can just be so fickle.
They are fickle.
Pickle is a pickle, as I always say.
I don't know
Actually,
if I'll
I
get
don't
my
always say
stop
that. I
back.
don't say that. I don't know why I just said I
Pickle
always
as a
say that.
pickle. Oh Lord, that's great. Oh my God,
Yeah.
the faces. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Nicole.
Much
It's
fun.
been a pleasure. Good getting to know you, and thanks for
You
coming on.
too. You guys are the best. I'm so happy to get to know you, and I appreciate you having me on. It was a blast.
All right.
So we will share this broadcast with you,
Okay.
the download or on Google Drive or something.
Awesome.
And what we usually do is we will chop it up, edit it. We have certain websites that will do that for us and give us the highlights.
Oh, nice. That's so cool. I can't wait. That's perfect.
All
Thank
right,
you,
we'll
thank
tag you too
you.
if we put it on Instagram or or whatever. Okay.
Sounds good to me. Enjoy your time together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't get
Thank
too
you.
goofy.
Oh no!
No.
I cannot
Oh,
agree
no.
to those terms.
I know.
Those terms are not agreeable. I'm not going to do that.
You guys have to go make some trouble. You do.
All right, we'll make double trouble.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Bye, guys. See
Bye.
ya.
All right, so very cool, very cool. So dope that we had Nicole on. A lot of energy. All right, cool. I've got a comment here I'm going to bring up. Random comment here. Have a good stream. Hey guys, 100 views. It's always good to get some sort of somebody who's trying to put up something,
Spammy.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So here we go. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us on the Double Trouble Show. We've had a great guest. Seriously, Nicole brought it. A lot of energy, as I said, and so much knowledge. She's had 20 years experience. So very, very excited that we had her on as a guest. If you want to be a guest on the Double Trouble Show, drop us a comment and we'll get you the link for our calendar. I got to say that slowly because it's a mouthful a little bit.
Kind of a little bit of a tongue twister.
It is. You can say it fast and almost sound like you're going to say calendar, but in your mouth, your brain wants to say calendar.
And whenever I say it, I end up getting buck teeth. I'm not sure why.
But holler at us, hit us up, and we'll get you scheduled on the Double Trouble Show. We'll get your story out there. Fictional or true, we'll get your story out there. All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Share it. Don't be stingy. All right? Don't be stingy. No one likes a stingy. You know what I mean. All right. I'm trying to keep this PG.
You lost me there, actually.
All right. I don't know what I mean. I was hoping that you would know.
There's an outro.
Yes. So, peace.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway, and in the driveway is a...
Yeah, anyway. Hey, are we live still? You're still here? You're still watching? Oh, hey. Peace.